you mentioned, there's a pedagogical aspect, but then a technical aspect. What are you seeing in terms of the technology that should institutions look to set up a very bespoke, custom environment for CBE, or work it in through the existing, even if it's not perfect, but use our existing systems and architecture, or
Yeah,
both?
that's a great question, and it's a little bit of a do as I say, not as I do. When we look at the institutions that are the leaders in competency-based education, a lot of them have built very bespoke technical implementations. And the reality is that most schools that want to do this just don't have the capacity, whether it's time or funding, to be able to do that. And so even though some of the hallmarks that we look at of CBE implementation are very custom, the schools we're working with are most often saying, how do we do this with the systems that we already have? Because we don't have the ability to go and make a bunch of new purchases. So trying to be very mindful and intentional about the places that we do recommend to add a system, and then trying to be very practical about the ways that we reuse the systems that are already entrenched. It's very difficult for a CBE implementation to uproot an SIS inside of a school. I mean, just think about how that would work. So we have to live with the SIS that we have. We have to make use of the LMS. The good news on the LMS side is that most of our large market leaders in LMS are behind CBE, and they are thinking about how to add features that allow those CBE implementations to be more seamless. So there are movements in the technical space. I don't want to represent that there aren't, but it's still then from there, what are all of the platforms that you need in order to plug in for assessment, or to plug in for communication, or to plug in for competency management or credential management. So there are a number of other components that you end up having to integrate into that final solution.
Perfect. No, that's great wisdom there, Kate. So lots of experience. And do you see that institutions are looking to switch 100% to CBE, or have hybrid, or again, part of this years-long process? Because obviously they're the giants of CBE, like Western Governors University, but and they would have bespoke systems and built from the ground up. But every existing institutions are coming from that more traditional model. So are they looking to make a whole transition, or
they're not? They're looking to pick specific programs, or in some cases specific departments that fit CBE, and start with those to be proof of concept to sort of pave the way. And then many of them are saying, well, if we do that and it's successful, that gives us a way to talk to other departments and programs about the benefits of doing things in a competency or skills first way. And then they're hoping that would then create the momentum on campus.
Perfect. No, I think that makes a lot of sense, and is also realistic. Having work with the systems that you have, work with the models that you have, and introduce, think big, start small, and move fast. So
there you go.
And great to know that there are companies like Unicon that are out there to assist with the evaluation and the implementation process.